Hello everybody, this is Cesar, and I'm afraid this weekend I'm not going to be able to play for you because I'm having a tendinitis on my left hand. This past Friday there was a kind of unexpected party, let's say, here where we live, and they kept me playing for more than 6 hours, believe it or not, and I didn't have the right warm-up. And at least in my case, the older I get, the more warm-up I need. So, well, I'm okay, I can play actually, but I cannot play with the level of quality that you all deserve. So we better give it a rest to the left hand, and let's play the next week. And I'm gonna take the opportunity to answer one question that has come from 3 of my subscribers through personal messages, right? And it's about flying with guitars. What should you do? What you should not do, some tips. There's a lot of misinformation on the net, people saying really very silly things about flying with guitars, and I'm going to tell you what is my experience and what has been my experience. I've been flying very frequently, not only short distance, but overseas 12, 13, 14 hours with guitars, and well, I just want to share with you the things I do, right, and how it works for me. So bear with me for a while, because we are going to talk about flying with your guitars. If you have bought a first class or a business class ticket, you don't care. You take the guitar with you in the plane. They have a space to accommodate larger luggages for passengers in business class or in first class, of course. Nobody will stop you at the counter. No problem, no issue at all. You take your guitar with you. Whether it's on a case, whether it's on a gift bag, you take your guitar with you. Now, what to do if you're flying economy? Well, if you're flying economy, and I know this is going to be controversial, so please, more than happy to read comments on the section below. If you're flying economy, my strong advice is always check in your guitar. And for that, you would need a good case. We will talk later about what is a good case, what is not a good case. Now, please don't try the trick of putting your guitar inside the shitty gig bag. Then you go to the counter and you beg there and cry and whatever, in order for them to allow you to take your guitar with you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and you are forced to check in your guitar. You're forced to check in your guitar. And then it's a disaster because you have not taken a good case with you, you have taken a shitty gig bag. Well, in any case, my strong advice, check in your guitar, and for that, get a good case for your guitar. Okay, now we know we have to check in. Then always try to check in at the gate. So you go to the counter with the guitar inside your case, you talk to the people there, they will tag your case, then you're allowed to go through security with your case, and when you arrive to the gate, then is when you check in. So the guitar will not travel through the whole kind of maze of belts up and down and so on so far. And that part, at least, you will save it for your guitar. So always try to check in at the gate. Usually you don't have any problem to do that. Now, which is a good case to fly with, which is not a good case to fly with? Some of my cases are here. I have more in the music room around, right? But for me, the best cases to fly with are the Hitchcock cases, right? And usually the vintage cases and the fancy cases are not the best cases to fly with. These are 2 very good examples of very, very good cases to fly with, right? My carving one and one Hitchcock's. The carving one is like a Hitchcock's. They will protect your guitar, and now we are gonna go through how to pack your guitar if you are gonna fly with it. Okay, first you need to make sure there's nothing inside the compartment of the case. Okay? Now, you need to make sure that your guitar fits perfectly inside the case. Look, this does not move at all. And you will feel
you could fill the spaces, the empty spaces, with paper. Balls made of paper. A newspaper will make it, no problem. So you make sure that in the event that the case gets a hit, even if it was not as fixed as this is, the guitar would not move. Okay? You do, of course, the same at the upper part of your case. And I always wrap up the necks of my guitars when I am flying with them with these wrapping plastic bubble. Always. Always. Then you basically close the case and never lock it. Never use the key. Never use the key. Sometimes they will open the case. Sometimes the authorities will open the case, and if you have locked the case, you are gonna get in trouble. Now, your guitar is inside the case, is perfectly protected. There are a lot of balls of paper, pressuring her against the walls of the case in order for her not to move. You have wrapped up the neck with this plastic bubble, so she's perfectly okay. You have closed your case. Don't lock it. Don't use the keys, because I have seen how the authorities sometimes cannot open because they don't have keys, right? And they simply break the latches, and then your case will be damaged. Well, anyway, what I always do, even if I am going to check it in at the gate, what I always do is I go with the case to one of those machines that are in the airport, that basically what they do is they wrap the luggages in a plastic film, in order to give her additional protection, just in case I cannot check in at the gate and they take it at the counter straight, right? And believe me, I've been flying all around the world with my guitars, and I have never ever had an issue. Last one has been Madrid, Istanbul, Beijing, and the three of them arrived perfectly and they were checked in. There are also people on the net saying you need to detune your guitar when you are gonna fly with her, right? Well, I never release the tension of my necks when I'm gonna fly. Never. I never detune my strings. I fly with my guitars as they are, and I have never had any issue. I know that there would be people that would criticize that. Please feel free to write whatever you want, with respect of course, on the comment section, because I would be more than happy to share with you more details of my experience, right? Now, as the last token, which airlines are guitar friendly, which airlines are not? Let me define for me what is guitar friendly. For me, guitar friendly is an airline in which even flying economy, when they see you with your guitar, they allow you to get into the plane with your guitar, and sometimes they even take your guitar and take care of her, so they take her to the first class, business class compartments. So the guitar is flying even better than you, by the way. For example, British Airways, fantastic people, extraordinary people. I flew, a lot during 3 years, London, Madrid, Madrid, London, and no issue at all, and they were super nice. Air China. Air China is a very good airline for guitar players. They take care of your guitar. And also Turkish Airlines. The rest, in my experience, and I have taken many planes, go by the book. They go by the book, and if you have to check in, you have to check in, if you have an economy class ticket. Well, there's something I forgot to tell you. If your guitar has been flying with you first class, business class, feel free to open the case immediately when you arrive to your destination. But if your guitar has been checked in, please wait 30 minutes, 1 hour before you open the case. Allow the whole system, guitar and case, to warm up at the room temperature where you are. Well, those have been my 2 cents.
I'm sure that next week I will be able to play already. And until that moment, please play your guitars, be happy, and be good. See you very soon. Bye.